Hello, this is James Tanner. Welcome to Genealogy Star video blog. You can read my blog posts on Google Blogger, or you can view some of them here on my YouTube channel. You can also try a search for Genealogy Star. About 10 years ago, I began to distill the essence of genealogical research into some basic rules. I published the first 6 rules of genealogy back on July 1st, 2014, in a blog post entitled 6 of the Basic Rules of Genealogy. This short list included the first and most famous basic rule of genealogy: when the baby was born, the mother was there. Since then, I have published 8 more rules for a total of 14. When the entire genealogical world seems to be against you finding your ancestors, just remember these rules, and you'll soon be on your way to finding that elusive ancestor. Rule number 6 is records move. Upon reflection, it's quite easy for even experienced genealogical researchers to find themselves in a situation where they ignore and are trapped by one of these basic rules of genealogy. One common situation addressed by Rule 6 while researching in the United States involves the so-called burned counties. As the FamilySearch.org Research Wiki article points out, the phrase burned counties was first used for research in Virginia, where many county records were destroyed in courthouse fires during the Civil War. It is indisputable that records are destroyed by fires and other causes. What is meant by Rule 6 is a simple fact: the records you are searching for may have been kept in some other location other than the particular building, usually a courthouse, which burned down. Record loss is a real problem, but it is not an excuse for giving up and failing to do systematic and careful research. In almost every case where someone has told me that their ancestors' records were lost in a courthouse fire, the person making this statement has not verified what, if any, records are still available. There is a statement on the FamilySearch Research Wiki page that summarizes what our reaction should be to burned counties in particular. The quote is, "This is not magic. We cannot make missing records reappear, but we can learn to make progress without them." Another interpretation of Rule 6 refers to the simple fact that records can be moved from their original location and could be found far away and even in a country different than that of their origin. The large online genealogy websites illustrate this fact. These websites have records from all over the world, obviating the need to travel to places the records originated. Rule 6 refers most directly to paper records, the actual physical recording of events. The movement of the records commonly occurs when records are gathered to a centralized repository, or when people immigrate from country to country or place to place. A good example of this rule is the entire United States Archives and Records Administration. This federal agency has vast warehouses of records parodied in the movie starring Harrison Ford called Raiders of the Lost Ark. The main issue in accessing these records becomes knowing where the warehouse is located and how to gain access to the records. Jurisdictional boundaries change, people move from place to place, governments rise and fall. All of these and many more conditions can cause specific records to be physically stored in places far removed from their original location. Genealogical research is part art and part science. Finding where records are located is more than simply looking online or referring to an excellent source such as the FamilySearch Research Wiki. Another example: let's suppose you're looking for an ancestor that worked for a railroad in the United States. Where would you find his or her records? The Research Wiki has over 1,500 listings for railroad records. Where are all these records located? They are certainly not in the same place. How many places do you think you might have to search? It is true that records move, and this rule is one that needs to be taught and emphasized continually. Remember Rule 6, records move. This concludes some of the basic ideas of the 6th rule of genealogy. Now there are 8 more rules of genealogical research to go. In between all my other activities, I will be posting additional short videos highlighting each rule.